Hi, my name is Chelsea, and in this video I'll be demonstrating ways on how to memorize these three topics in math, starting off with perfect squares, Pythagorean theorem, and trig ratios.
So to start off with the perfect square, this is going to be our definition, which is a number times itself, and this will be our chart. From 1 to 20, these are all numbers times themselves that equal the numbers here. So you can memorize this chart, and I think it would be a lot easier because problems like this you will see, and if they are perfect squares, so 64, the answer will be really easy if you memorize this because you'll know it's just 8 by itself. And for these problems, this is not a perfect square. So we're gonna go like this and find the numbers that equal to 20, which is 4 and 5. And basically what we're gonna do is simplify this. So it's gonna be 2. We will not simplify 5 because it is an odd number. So it's just, the answer is going to be 2 outside of radical 5. We're going to be doing 5 and 15. And we can simplify this to 5 and 3. And we're going to do circle because 5 times 5 times 3 equals 75. So it's just going to be 5 and 3. For this, it's going to be a little different because we have multiple radicals. But for radicals, we can treat them like variables. X can equal radical 3, y can equal radical 2. So it's going to be looking like this. So it'll do this. And our answer will be 4 radical 3 and radical 2. Radical 5 plus 2 and 5. And we know that from this, so we can just take this answer and put it here. 3 radical 5. Oops, sorry. Simplify radicals with powers. Exponent on the out. The radical and the exponent cancel out. So it's just going to be 25 times 7, which will be 175. That's going to be our answer. And then we have radical 13 and the exponent 2. So 4, 2, radical 13, 2 cancel out, 13, and that's going to be 16 times 13, and that's going to be 208. That's going to be... Next, we're going to talk about Pythagorean theorem, which is the formula of a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or c squared equals a squared plus b squared. This formula is used to find any side length. So we're going to find the value of x, and we're going to answer x in a simplified radical form. X, so 2 squared equals x squared. 36 plus 4 equals x squared. 40 x squared, square root x equals radical 4 radical 10. But we can simplify this, 2 and 10. And in our second problem, we have these three numbers, 5, 7, and 10. And we're going to make these two our legs and this our C, since it's greater than these. And basically where this problem comes from is from here. This triangles based on the formula, how it's made. So if a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then it's a right triangle because they equal the same number. If it's c square if it's less than c square, so a squared plus b squared, it's acute. If c squared is greater than, it is obtuse. I'm trying to figure out if this is a right, acute, or obtuse triangle. And by doing that, we add these numbers together and see if it equals to 10 or if it's greater or less than 10. So in 10, 12 is greater than. So this is going to be higher than 10. Now we're going to square it. So 10 squared, 5 squared, 7 squared, and 100. So 100 and 74. That's 100 is greater than 74. So this is obtuse. Now we're going to be finding the area in this triangle. 1/2 times base times height. And we're going to do x squared equals 11 squared plus 10 squared. And we're going to do x 121 plus 100. So 221 square root x equals 21. But now we have to find the area because we now found the remaining base that was missing. So all we're going to do is plug it in here. So area equals 1/2 17 plus square root 21 times 10. And our area is going to be 107.9. Lastly, we're going to talk about trig ratios. And trig ratios come from trigonometry, which is the study of triangles. So there are 3 ratios: sine, cosine, and tangent. Sine is the ratio of opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine is the ratio of adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is the ratio of opposite over adjacent. And this is what they're going to look like. And we're going to do one problem of hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. We have 8 and x, and our angle is 55. So we're going to be using tangent because we're only giving the opposite and the adjacent. So tan 55 equals x over 8. And we can just do x equals 10, 55. Our answer is going to be 11.42. We'll just leave it like that since you can't round. And this equation is going to be a little different because we will have to be using inverse ratios, so inverse trig ratios, which is arc sine, arc cosine, and arc tangent, which is basically both side lengths, like as a ratio to get x. Opposite and hypotenuse, which is sine, so sine arc 15 over 24 equals x, so 38.68. We can round this, we can round by 10, so it could be 38.7. And that's it. That's trig ratios. Bye. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.